Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's expert session on modern marketing portfolio theory. We're very happy you could join us and trust that you'll find today's presenter knowledgeable and entertaining. Like you, we want today's session to be interactive, so please feel free to ask the speaker questions when we open the mic following the presentation. Until then, your microphone will be muted. A recorded version of this webcast will also be available on demand within 24 hours in the webcast archive section in the Finlocity website, so be sure to check that out. Now, I'd like to introduce today's presenter. The Finlocity team is excited to have Ms. Tina Powell with us today. Ms. Powell is founder and CEO of CSuite Social Media, a leading multi-channel marketing company for RIAs, independent financial advisors, and organizations leading the financial services industry. She's also a featured TEDx speaker and an adjunct professor at the NYU School of Professional Studies in the Integrated Marketing Program. So without further ado, I give you Tina Powell on modern marketing portfolio theory. And so Tina, it's all yours.
Great. Thank you so much, Ryan. It's wonderful to be with you all today. I really appreciate that introduction, and I appreciate the courtesy of your time and attention for this next wonderful, exciting hour that we're going to be talking about modern marketing portfolio theory. And let me get right into it, but I will say that if you have any questions throughout the broadcast, I am happy to take those questions. Ryan will be doing that for us. And let's get, excuse me for one quick second, because as I'm trying to proceed the slide, I am not able to do so. So Ryan, there we go. Okay, and then we have to go back one more time. If you go back to the first one, the first slide, that would be great. Of course, there's always a little bit of technical stuff. So Ryan, if you're able to control the slide, there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so today's objective is that I want you all to come away from this presentation with an action plan. And that action plan is that I want you to identify one realistic marketing goal and three to five key performance results that you want to achieve in the next quarter, the next 3 months, the next quarter. Notice that I didn't say the next year. And I'm actually going to inspire you, and I'm going to show you how to do that using modern marketing portfolio theory. So if you don't know who I am, my company is CSuite Social Media, and we're a digital marketing and social media consultancy for the financial services industry. And basically, the work that we do is to help our clients build strong brands and to achieve their most important business results using a combination of digital marketing, social media, multi-channel marketing, and a variety of tactics and strategies. So what we're really trying to do is also helping our clients to raise their profile, differentiate, especially too in such a crowded market right now, and then connect with the people who matter most. And of course, marketing, we as marketers know that as much as we like to be social, and I am recording this on Twitter Live right now, we are live streaming on Twitter, we know that at the end of the day, this is about creating revenue and making sure that our clients are achieving those stated goals and objectives. But not only that, we're measuring. So when we think of marketing, it's much more than just campaign oriented. We know that there's a measurement tied to it, there's results, and my company, CSuite Social Media, is all about measuring and monitoring those results for our clients. So in case you don't know, yes, that's me right there. Today's agenda, here's what we're going to be just talking about. First of all, before we even get to modern marketing portfolio theory, there's a few things that you need to understand about marketing habits and things that I want you to break right now. These habits aren't serving you well, and we're going to be talking about them in a minute. Then we're going to look at the 8 asset classes of modern marketing portfolio theory. And yes, we created modern marketing portfolio theory as a way to teach the advisor community the way to think about their marketing in holistic terms. Next is I'm going to give you this unbelievable, dazzling framework, this marketing objectives and key results framework that I attribute to John Doerr, and he is chairman of Kleiner Perkins, if you don't know who he is, and his book, Measure What Matters. That is what's going to bring this whole thing together. And then lastly is we're going to look at some case studies. I have some behind the scenes, real world example of things that we've been doing lately for clients that I hope will inspire you to create your own modern marketing portfolio theory in action. I am Tina Powell, TEDx speaker. I'm a marketing trailblazer. I would love for you to follow me on Twitter. This picture actually with Steve Wozniak was just taken a couple of weeks ago when I judged the Wealth Management Awards. I am in this industry for a reason. I'm very passionate about it, and I've been here since 2006. I do a bunch of things, too many things to actually talk about on this webinar. But if you go to my LinkedIn page, you'll see what some of those things are. And if you just Google me, you can also connect with me. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Pinterest, and I'm in Instagram. So yes, people say, oh, I see you everywhere on social media. Well, yeah, we're CSuite Social, so we better be social. I'm also as Ryan talked about in the intro, I am affiliated with New York University School of Professional Studies. I am a graduate instructor. I teach integrated marketing and C-suite leadership. I'm really passionate about teaching, and that's why I'm doing this webcast today. And the last part about that is that I am a strategic consultant. Some of my clients are advisors, accountants. I work with enterprise clients as well. Other consultants also hire me to handle a bunch of their, a portion of their marketing portfolio. So that's enough about me. Let's skip over that and let's get to those marketing habits that are not serving you. So now, things that I want you to break now, in order for you to do marketing portfolio theory correctly, I want you to have the right style and the right mindset. So keep in mind that when we work with advisory clients, that there's that one goal and that one goal only about creating AUM. And I want you to get out of that way of thinking. AUM is great. We definitely want more assets for our clients. We want you to be managing as much as another window. I don't know, there was something, okay, sorry, something just kind of popped up, of course, a technical glitch here. Anyway, marketing is more than just AUM, but we do want AUM for clients. Also, another habit that we see with thinking here in marketing is the expectation for marketing to do the work of sales. Now, I want to stop here and say there's a reason why they call it social media and not sales media. Social media and sales are two different things. So don't expect your marketing to do the work of your sales. Sales and marketing are different. Marketing's role is to drive attention and to create a qualified leads pipeline for sales to therefore then manage. The third thing is this shotgun approach to your marketing plan. So we want to stop this right here, right now. You cannot treat marketing just casually in your business and decide that, oh, 1 week we're going to do Facebook and 1 week we're going to give LinkedIn and that 1 week we're going to blog, and then you're going to ignore things for the rest of the time. So we're not going to allow you to do that, and we're going to actually show you a methodology so that you don't get caught up in that trap. Another habit that we see a lot of businesses and a lot of advisors is this under allocation to social media budgets because either they don't understand it or they're not on social. So promise me, stop right here, right now. Social media, there's over 2 billion people on Facebook. I'm going to show you some social media metrics that are compelling, and that if this doesn't convince you, I don't know what does. The fifth item here is not measuring your marketing. Whoa. In a profession that is so numbers oriented, I am shocked to discover that a lot of you have no idea what's going on with your website, your social media, your open rates for your emails, nothing. So please, whoever's handling your marketing right now, absolutely has these analytics. Please, I want you to sit down with them on a quarterly or month-to-month or a quarterly basis and really start to pay attention, fall in love with your marketing the way that you do with your portfolio management and the way you do with your clients. A fifth item that we see, well, actually that's number 6, is not checking your mobile speed. Please do not underestimate the power of mobile connectivity. There's a way for you to actually test your mobile speed, and that is if you go to test by Google, just Google it, you'll find it. You'll be able to test your mobile speed. You don't even need my help. You can just go right on there and do that as well. So please promise me that your marketing needs to be social, it needs to be mobile, and it needs to be on 24/7. The last point that I'm going to make around this whole marketing mindset is expecting different results doing the same old, same old. That has got to stop right now, because ain't never going to happen. You see the hashtag right now. Hashtag ain't ever going to happen. If you want different results, you're going to have to do things differently in your business. And that's what modern marketing portfolio theory is all about. I had talked a little bit about the social media channels and how social media is really garnering the attention in the feed right now. If you go anywhere, just take a walk outside and you will see people on their phones, and they are either on social media, they're either checking on email, or they're either using platforms like WhatsApp and their instant messaging platforms. They're texting and they're going back and forth. So please, I had talked about allocating enough resources to social media, but social media is not just Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Social media is media. That means things in information that could be either visual or in auditory form, that is shareable. So there's other sites like Glassdoor, which is famous right now for company ratings and for job sites. Actually, it is right behind LinkedIn as the second largest job site in the world. So keep in mind your definition of social media needs to expand. So you've got Yelp, you've got Quora, you've got OpenTable, anything that has the shareability component to it, and that it gives the user the ability to produce content that is a social platform. So when I speak of social media, I'm not just talking about Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Okay. Now, before I get to this modern marketing portfolio theory and show you the 8 classes, I want to say that I'm absolutely bullish on one asset class, and that is online and social media marketing. You'll see that right here in this image right now is a quote by Derek Jeter. And I'm sorry that the Yankees didn't win last night. I'm really upset by it, and they lost in the 9th inning by 1, unfortunately. But Derek Jeter's quote is this: "There may be people of more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you." And I love that quote. So online marketing and social media is hard work. It is hard work. Do not think that just because there's this technical component to it, that it means that it's easy. It is not easy, and keeping up with all of these different platforms is really hard to do. So if you can do it internally, I would advise the help of enlisting the helps of other people. You might even have people within your company who might be able to either write blogs or write content, or even just navigate some of your social media profiles, and even just to give you suggestions. We do find that keeping these channels alive and active, it's more than just new client acquisition. Also, they are fantastic for talent acquisition within your organization. I have seen this happen with one of my clients, that they advertised a job for a front desk administrative assistant, and they had over 600 applications. Why? Because they want to work with companies that are social, that are mobile, and that are showing a relevance in today's environment. So that's another reason to do social. So here it is, drum roll please, the 8 asset classes of modern marketing portfolio theory. I'm going to give them to you all together. We've got number one, we've got advertising. Advertising consists of print ads and brochures and things that you're already producing. Sales promotion. I have a lot of clients right now doing trade shows. As a matter of fact, I just had a client hire CSuite Social Media to do a brand takeover of their social channels during a conference. So sales promotion, very, very heavy. Events and experiences. How many of you are doing conferences and are doing workshops and client experiences? Maybe you're doing a wine tasting. Maybe you're having a holiday party. Events and experiences are so key to modern marketing. Again, I would put my, I'm bullish on online and social, and I am absolutely bullish on events and experiences. Number four is press releases and publicity. I actually had a client this week say, you know what, I don't believe so much in press releases. Do they have value? Yes, absolutely, they do have value. So press releases are content actually that you are authoring yourself. Publicity is more of that kind of earned media where someone is doing a story about you. Both are equally important, and that I would also say that both have a tremendous shelf life on the internet, and they have a lot of social proof as well too. So treat that asset class very, very seriously and make sure that you have an allocation to PR and publicity. Online social media, I just talked about that, so I'm not going to talk about that again. Mobile marketing, I did touch on that. Mobile marketing is also too, it kind of intersects with social media. One of the things I like about social media is that it's so mobile friendly. Mobile marketing, you may have an app, you might have a text-based program to do your marketing, and that's great. Database marketing, here we go. Here's where the CRM, client relationship management, takes place. You've got Salesforce, and in the financial services space, you've got programs. One of my favorites, Redtail, that I use as well, and Juncture Cloud. So database marketing is really super important, where you use that marketing, you use that database to segment your client base, and then create like events, experiences, and promotions around that. And the last is personal selling. I have a client that's doing a trade show in a couple of weeks, and that company is very much trying to organize one-on-one meetings to demo their products and things like that. So that's it in a nutshell. These are the 8 different modern classes of marketing portfolio theory. And the reason that we constructed this is to make sure that when you think of your marketing program and your marketing plan, I'm going to show you a framework for actually creating something that you can work with. Think of marketing in terms of a holistic effort. You've got all of these guns firing at once. You've got an allocation in each of these 8 different buckets, but depending on your objective, that's where you're going to find the percentages a little different. Now, this is what I find. For most advisors, you've got the right asset allocation. In other words, you've got budget, you've got resources allocated across the board into all of those asset classes. But here's where you're going wrong, and that is the execution. Yep, you have the right asset allocation with the wrong execution. Gosh, I'm so proud of that statement. It took me years to really to figure it out and to state it like that. But I find so many advisors and so many companies are doing well that they have these embassies in place, but at the same time, there's no execution, there's no strategy, there's no campaign management, no organization around what they're doing. So here, these are examples of what I call bad to better execution. So the first example is bad. It's really bad. And if you're guilty of this, then good. I hope that this webinar brings you some value. Number one is that you have a website, but you're not using HTTPS protocol. In other words, you've got no security certificate. You've got no privacy policy. You've got no GDPR compliance. If this is you, you need to, after this webinar, you've got to talk to whoever your website provider is. You need a security certificate right now. Don't argue with me, just do it. The next, on the execution side, what we see, and I just saw this today because I'm working with somebody tomorrow, and I visited their social profiles, and nothing has been updated for the last 4 weeks. And I want to cringe because this is a great company. They've got talented people. They've got a gorgeous office. They're doing great work in the industry, but the social profiles are being neglected. Please make sure that if you're going to have these social profiles, again, that you're going to put resources, you're going to put people behind. These messages are just so important. Please do not ignore them. A better execution is when we see advisors, and I'm so excited by this. Some of my clients have started to do webinars. They've started to say, hey, I am going to put myself on video. Facebook Live, go for it. Twitter live stream, I'm down for it. So this is where we're starting to see now a shift towards better execution. And that means that you have a secure website because we will not create multi-channel marketing campaigns without a security certificate. Repeat after me. You're starting to see the value of social media. So you have these social embassies in place. I'm just checking the time. Good. You have these social media embassies in place, but at the same time, you're not nurturing them. So, that also too is something that you have to work on then the execution side. And then last is that, wow, you realize the value of user-generated content. You're creating blogs, videos, you want to start doing webinars, and you're seeing that content is a way for you to differentiate and engage with your audience. So as we talk about that execution, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You've got the right asset allocation with the wrong execution. We're going to fix that. Okay, so now I've promised you a framework for putting all of this together, for really treating marketing like portfolio management. And I'm so proud of this. This has been revolutionary not only for me, but for my clients. Because let's face it, if you're doing marketing, you're overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. You probably don't have enough resources. You would like to do more and you can't, and that's okay. You can still do great marketing on small and scrappy budgets. However, marketing needs to be objective based. And here we go. I'm going to talk about that. So this framework, this marketing framework, this OKR framework to manage all of those 8 asset classes that I talked about. It's from a book called Measure What Matters by John Doerr. And John Doerr is the chairman of Kleiner Perkins. He was one of the first business consultants to go into Google and show them this framework and this methodology. He learned it from his boss, Andy Grove at Intel, and it is an unbelievable system for taking your marketing goals and sales goals for that matter. It's not just marketing. Take any of the organizational functions, and you can replace the word marketing with your finance goals, your compliance goals, your client service goals, your financial planning goals. So it goes even your executive, your strategic goals as well too. So I want you to keep that in mind. Let's deal with the first aspect of creating this this OKR, which stands for Objective Key Results, for your new marketing framework. And then we're going to get to some examples so I can show you everything in motion. The first thing that you need to think about when it comes to your marketing is what and how. I just showed you 8 different asset classes. Some of them are better than others, but again, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. My client that's presenting at a conference, we talked about personal selling as that asset class. Right now, he's very, very bullish on personal selling. It makes no sense for him to really think about events and experiences yet. We'll shift into that, but right now, personal selling and getting in touch with the people who matter, that right now is really important. So it's the what. That objective is the what, and then the how are all of those key results. How are we going to achieve success? The second aspect of this OKR framework, when you're putting together your marketing goals, again, around that whole modern marketing portfolio theory, 8 asset classes, is that this framework is quarterly or monthly. It's not yearly. A year is too long of a time. Remember in the beginning, I had talked about how we have these behaviors, not checking and seeing how marketing is performing, not looking at your website at your time on site, not looking at your new users, not looking at your acquisition channels. Oh, no, 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 no. That is going to change as a result of this broadcast today. So think about your marketing in terms of quarterly or monthly goals. Again, there's so much, but a lot of times when I'm first starting to work with clients, they don't even know what they're doing or why they're doing it. They don't know why. So these objectives are tied to key results. And the other important thing is that you have to be public and transparent. Other functions within the organization have to understand what marketing is doing. And actually, if you're a business owner right now, if you're a CEO and you're listening to my broadcast right now, your portfolio managers, your client service, your financial planners, your associate financial planners, your front desk person will love you because you are investing the time and resources into marketing. People want to work for growing companies. They want to work for growing companies that are on the top of their game. Nothing says more about your passion for your people and your enterprise than putting it into your marketing. I told you I would get really emphatic here. So now let's look at this OKR, this objective and key results framework that I'm actually talking about. Here I have a client that wants to, on Facebook, they want to grow their audience and they want to increase their Facebook page likes by 500% to 600 total likes by January 1st, 2019. So they're at their 100 likes right now. Again, it's not just to have Facebook for the sake of Facebook's state. They're on Facebook for a reason. It's called awareness and eventually that AUM goal. Yes, we want people to see us. We want to be heard. We want the way that I call it, expressions to conversations and then to conversions. It's really impressions. I see you on Facebook, expressions, I react to what you're saying. Yes, that post that you were talking about really resonates with me about tax reform. Yes, we decide to all of a sudden have a conversation about it. I say, you know what? You said something very interesting on that webcast. Is there time that you and I can just have a 15-minute chat? And then a conversion is that I come into your place of business. Okay, so understand that this objective is only one part of the equation. It's the beginning part. You're at the beginning part of that customer journey. You're in the acquisition stage of the funnel. So here we go. The objective is to grow the audience and to increase Facebook likes. How do we do that? Well, here's a key result. How about increasing the posting volume of your Facebook page? Right now, you might only be posting 1 week. What happens if we do that 7 times per week, at least as a minimum? That's one way to achieve that objective, okay? Second, we have a 1 monthly live Facebook live event. And I'm going to show you actually what that does to audience growth and to audience acquisition. Third way that I'm going to increase that goal is that I'm going to reach that goal is by creating 2 custom audiences on Facebook and running campaign sets around that. Okay, so I'm going to advertise on Facebook. I'm going to introduce that new asset class of advertising. I might already be on social media, but let's see what happens when, again, we use this modern marketing portfolio theory and we start to combine everything. Fourth is that I'm going to create another awareness campaign for Facebook and make sure that I've allocated enough resources. Here's another example of this modern marketing portfolio theory that is with an objective key results framework. Again, we're combining all of these 8 different classes, asset classes, like a portfolio management manager would, and we are achieving one objective, like a PM, like a portfolio management manager would. They want to always increase, they want to add to the portfolio, they want to add alpha. We're doing the same thing here with marketing, right? That's why we call it modern marketing portfolio theory. Let's look at another objective. Increase the amount of incoming leads by January 1st, 2018. Now, who doesn't want more leads? Okay, we get this all the time. Who doesn't? Everybody wants leads. As a matter of fact, one of my best clients had no incoming leads for 18 months. And that person's business was stale and it needed a new brand identity. And now everything is working together. Why? Modern marketing portfolio theory. Let's take a look. Okay, objective, increase the amount of incoming leads. Key results. Let's look at hosting an annual client appreciation event. You know, that is that events and experiences. If I look at the 8 asset classes of modern marketing portfolio theory, you can guess that an annual client appreciation event is part of that, is the events and experience asset classes. You know, a lot of times everyone thinks that, you know, incoming leads means that it's got to be like this online this online initiative. There's nothing wrong with sending a postcard in the mail to your clients and saying, hey, we're having this awesome event, why don't you come? Or picking up the phone and saying, hey, I'd like to invite you to an event that's happening. Let me give you the date right now for a holiday party. I'd love to see you there and touch base with you and Janine, right? Second key result, again, objective, increase the amount of incoming leads. Here's a key result. Increase touch points with a new email marketing system. Again, new email marketing system. What asset classes is that going to touch? Well, you've got the database marketing. So that's the big part of that. You've got also too online marketing. A lot of email campaign systems have ways for you to share that email campaign and post it on your social channels as well. MailChimp does a great job with this. You send out an email campaign. It has a part, they're called social cards. So it can automatically fire off a message in Facebook and do the same thing in Twitter. Okay, so again, let's look. Increase, remember the objective, increase the amount of incoming leads. What asset classes have we already touched? Events and experiences, database marketing, and online marketing. So that's 3 asset classes so far. Let's get to the third key result. Upgrade personal brand with a new headshot and a new logo. That I would put under sales promotion, right? We've got to get a photographer in. We've got to engage a graphic designer to do a brand study and to present to us with some new brand ideas. Okay. Does that increase incoming leads? You better believe it does. Oh yes. And when you have a new website, you can also too launch a press release and announce that and record a video around it. I've had clients that have done that and have been very successful with that. Okay, number 4, objective. Remember, increase the amount of incoming leads. Key result number 4, redo and relaunch personal LinkedIn page. Wow. Advisors, anybody that is managing money that's listening to this conversation right now, if you're not on LinkedIn, if I can't see you, I can't trust you, and I can't do business with you. So I'll say it again. If I can't see you, I can't trust you, and I do not want to do business with you. So make sure that you are on, if you're managing money, I expect to see you on LinkedIn. If I don't see you, I'm not calling you, no matter how great the referral is. So again, there are certain channels for my advisory clients that I absolutely am completely bullish on, and LinkedIn is one of them. Okay, so again, this is, I hope that you have the chance to see what this modern marketing portfolio theory looks like in motion, right? You've got an objective. What is it that we want to achieve? Key results. You can't do everything. You want to do everything, but you can't do everything. I can't do everything. We all can't do everything. We are limited as entrepreneurs and as business owners to a finite amount of resources. This modern marketing portfolio theory, along with this OKR framework, gives you a way to actually put those assets in motion and maximize the value of your efforts. Let's look at some case studies, real examples of this in motion. So here we go. Jack Heil, one of my clients. Wow. What you can see on the left is Jack's website before and Jack's website after. So our objective was absolutely to create a leads funnel, to create a leads methodology for him online. And boy, did we do that. Now, this website hasn't gone live yet right now. It's in the beta test right now, and we're almost finalized with it. But you can see the difference. Again, it goes back to the fact that if you're managing money for people and you're sitting down and talking to them about their hard-earned money and about the people that they care about, their family, and what they do with their lives, you need to be able to show yourself. And so we love this. We love this new vision for Jack. It took us months to create, and we formulated that together. So we're really proud of that work, and you can contact Jack. It is absolutely working for him. Another case study is I had a client that wanted to create a multi-channel, a next-gen marketing campaign. So a lot of you, how many of you advisors out there have new next-gen associate planners or full-fledged financial planners? Raise your hand. Oh, great. A lot of you. Fantastic. I know. Next gen advisors, they talk about millennials, right? Everybody wants a piece of the action. Everybody wants these millennial clients. They want their next gen clients. They want their clients' families and all that. So we did this campaign in mind with this multi-channel marketing campaign. I'm going to kind of walk you through it. And then in about 7 minutes, I'll be taking some questions. But here it goes. Remember that multi-channel marketing touches all of those 8 asset classes. It starts out with an email invitation to a Facebook Live event. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. But here we talked about donor advised funds. Donor advised funds. And we did a Facebook Live about it. And you know what? I'm going to show you the metrics on the next page. We had over 1,500, I think we're at maybe 1,400 right now. 1,400 people watch that video on donor advised funds with our next gen advisors. Guess what? Has he had more prospect meetings in the last month than he did the month before that? Yes, he did. And that's all I'm going to say. So the email invitation to attend this Facebook Live event. When we had this Facebook Live event, we promoted it to a certain group of people. We figured out that this zip code was where a majority of his clients already were. How do we know that? Asset class database marketing. We replicated it once we had this video asset. We downloaded it from Facebook and we uploaded it to YouTube as well. And we also posted it on a social media update. So now we've started with one video. We had an email invitation. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram as an update. And then guess what we did with it? We took that recorded video and we embedded it in a newsletter. And then guess what we did with it afterwards? Then we put it on a website and it's now available on Facebook. Okay, so this is the way to think about multi-channel marketing campaigns with that modern marketing portfolio theory framework that we were talking about. Let's take a look at that same company. Well, we replicated that formula 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 times, 12 times you can see. And again, as of 1.6K views on donor advised funds. People want this type of information. Again, we talked about tax reform, we talked about inflation. What a great time in the market. What a great time in the market to do these types of broadcasts with your audience. I do hope that you'll use modern marketing portfolio theory and you'll start to become more bold in your messaging and your communications. And don't think that people don't want to hear about market volatility, because they do. So please get out there and do that. Okay, and you can see all that. All of that's live, so you can go to any of those channels. So I'm going to leave you with these, a few of these ideas, and then I'm going to take questions in a few minutes here. First of all, if you've loved this broadcast and you've loved modern marketing portfolio theory, which I hope that you do, I hope you'll be as super jazzed about it as I am, you will stay connected with me on Facebook, Twitter, and I do appreciate the love that I'm getting right now on Twitter. So thank you all. We're live Twitter streaming right now. I'm also too on LinkedIn, and I do have about 30 or so episodes on YouTube as well. So here are the ideas in a nutshell. Okay, let's summarize what we did today. Okay, and the 45 minutes went really super fast. Number one, reimagine your marketing. Your marketing will lead to different results in your organization if you let it. Okay, so you have to be willing to experiment. Not everything is going to work. I will be the first person to tell you that not everything works. However, we're able to measure it, and then we're able to adjust our strategy accordingly. Okay, so reimagining your marketing, but please do it while you're measuring. Okay. Number two, I've introduced you to the concept of modern marketing portfolio theory. That means that marketing is it's a set of holistic principles. It's those 8 different asset classes all working together. That's how you achieve great marketing in your business. It's not one channel, it's not one campaign, it's not one initiative, it is not one thing, and it is a moving target. It's a combination of things all working together. And boy, you need to manage it like a portfolio manager would. Third, is that applying this OKR framework. Your organization is going to have marketing goals. You're going to want leads. You're going to want new client acquisition. There are lots of things that you're going to want more revenue. I get it. I totally get it. However, just pare it back a little bit. Think about those key objectives that will lead to that increase in revenue, that increase in leads, those increase in conversations. That's what you want. And I've given you a wonderful framework. These slides are available to you. I hope that you take them. I hope that you go back to your next strategic planning, your next team meeting, and that you say, you know what, here it is. It's the framework. It's the OKR framework, and definitely go by and listen to John Doerr's book, Measure What Matters. Absolutely, it will do wonders for your business. And lastly, if you have any questions, I'm Tina C. Powell on Twitter and on Instagram as well. That's my handle. And if you have any questions, you could email me directly at tina@csuitesocialmedia.com. Expect a reply back in 24 hours, not instantly, because we have a lot of great work that we're doing for clients. So I hope that you have enjoyed this broadcast. Certainly, it's been a pleasure to be on Finlocity's broadcast today, and I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, thank you.
That was some great information. Definitely, some positive things. I think in any industry they could use it. So, thank you so much for sharing that. We do have a couple questions. I just wanted to throw in at least one of them at you, Tina.
Sure.
One of them is it's from Rebecca. She asks, how do people get started with social media? What about the compliance issues of it?
Yeah, so compliance is a key. You should not start any social media initiative in your firm without speaking to compliance first. So I actually have a friend, and she works for one of the big custodians, and the custodian took her Twitter handle and they gave her her own Twitter handle at the custodian with the abbreviations TDA. So number one, make sure that compliance has approval first, because compliance is responsible for you to make sure that they have that archive of everything that you're doing on social media. So Smarsh, we love Smarsh as a archiving tool. You can also too, it's a little bit more manually intensive, but you can get your own archive history in social through directly in the social platform. Again, it's more like manual labor, but you can do it. So if you're a small firm, like you've only have 2 people, and that some of these compliance aggregators might be more money than you want to spend, you can definitely do it. But I will say along those lines, Rebecca, please only start with one channel. One channel. And I told you, if you're managing money for people and you're doing any kind of financial planning, I had better see you on LinkedIn before I see you on Facebook, because I want to know where you went to school. I want to know that you are, LinkedIn has a great, trust component. I would say that when you're on, I don't mean to digress, but all of these social platforms have multi-factor authentication. Please set your privacy parameters really, really high when you are on social media, Rebecca, but only start with one channel, and I would start with LinkedIn first. Okay, I hope that helps.
Definitely. Well, it looks like we've covered all of our questions, and thank you for that, Rebecca and Tina. Tina, is there any questions? Is there anything else that you'd like to cover before we wrap up today?
Yeah, I would just want to say that the social media, all of this is super hard. It's part art and it's part science. So start slow. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Every firm is different. Start with what you have already that's going really good at the firm right now, and begin with that in mind. So, for example, I have a client that, without fail, they come out with a weekly blog post. Every single week they are like on it's like the postman. It could be raining, it could be storming, there could be a hurricane, this comment comes out. Start your marketing from that, either that piece of content or that thing that your firm is known for. Okay, so start with that, and then create a small micro campaign around that, just that. So I guess the net message is to start small, but do what your firm is really, really great at. Explore those gifts and let the world know that you exist, because the world people need great advisors to work with. And and we need this information to be accessible to the people that matter. So thank you for all the great work that you do. And Ryan, it was an honor. Thank you, Finlocity. I had a great time today.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much for that information, Tina. We appreciate it. And thank you everyone for being here. We hope you guys have a great evening, and be sure to check out this video and many others on the Finlocity website. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, so if you're just joining us, or if you've been there on Twitter, what you have just witnessed is that